Hey everybody, Scott Fortunoff here, president of Henry Glass Fabrics. Today I wanted to show you our March shipping collections. Here I'm going to start off with Dragonfly Lagoon, and this one is by Color Principle. So we start out here with the 24-inch panel with the lotus leaf, lotus flower in the center, and the dragonfly, the frogs, and then we move on to these blocks. These are probably about 10 by 10. And you can see here, I always like to admire the selvage. So this one is an adorable little dragonfly. But again, you have these different blocks that could be cut out or used as running yardage. Here we have, I guess you'd call it the stripe. And you get these different rows with the leaves and the dragonflies and the frogs. And then we move on to the supporting cast. So you got the lotus and the dragonflies, the beautiful florals, the purple colorway of the lotus, dragonflies. Then we have 3 color stories on the fern. You got the blue, the green, the purple, and then we have the multi, and then we have the foulard, which is really nice. And then we have a similar one, kind of in the same color variation, which is just a medallion. So we have it on the yellow and the blue. So that is Dragonfly Lagoon by Color Principle for Henry Glass Fabrics. The next Henry Glass March shipping line is Once Upon a Time by Delphine Coubet. And we start out right here with this 24-inch panel, which you could use as is, or you could cut this part out, or cut these parts out, or just use this part. So a lot of options there. And then we have a fabric book. We always do well with the fabric soft books. These are 36-inch panels. Everything is here to put the book together, and the instructions are here below, including whatever notions you need. It says 1 yard of medium weight batting, and seam allowance, and then the instructions. But here I want to point out, if Marcus, you could zoom in, cool, really cool selvage right here for this Once Upon a Time line. So then let's move over to the other SKUs in this line. We have this all over with the rainbow and the sun, really happy, cheery, youthful, young. And then we have the carriage with the princess in it. And then we move on to the horse, the frog. The frog's going to kiss everyone, and then the princess in the carriage. And then we have some smaller coordinates here. We have the little floral and the little bugs. The little bug, really cute and colorful, tiny little flowers, a little gingham check, some funky hearts, and then we finish it off with some funky stars. So that is Once Upon a Time, built by Delphine Coubet. The next Henry Glass March shipping line is called Pixies and Petals, and it's by Salt Meadow Studios. And we start out right here with the 24-inch panel, and this is great because it glows in the dark. But here's your pixie and these great little flowers. And check it out while we're here. Look at this great selvage. A lot of different mushrooms or fungi, but lots of fun there. So let's move on to the supporting cast. So we start out with a stripe, nice stripe here. And this glows in the dark too. All these stars will glow, and that's makes it a lot of fun. So here we have the tulips with the pixies, and then the open tulips on the green with the pixies, and then the pixies on a just kind of, I guess, a meteor shower kind of background, which will also glow, which will be awesome. And then the mushrooms. Then we have some of the flowers with the mushrooms, small print with the little foliage and mushrooms, the flying pixie with trails of stars on purple and pink, and then we have that kind of what I called before a meteor shower, which will glow in the dark as well, in the light purple and the dark purple. So that is Pixies and Petals by Salt Meadow Studios. The next Henry Glass March shipping line is Say It With a Stitch by Mandy Shaw, and she is of Dandelion Designs. So here we start out with a 24-inch panel, and of course, as you could see, this line is all red and white, which is always popular, and it mixes a lot of great motifs, so planting and sewing and some love, bees, a lot of great things all wrapped into one, and a really functional panel for you. Then we move on to the blocks. These you could use as is, or you could cut them out and use the ones you want. But again, with different motifs, whether it says love what you make, and has a lot of different sewing, and then this is thimbles with all different stitch words, and then it goes on sewing machine, a plant, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. So here we move on to the supporting cast. We have this nice stripe, and of course, let me just show you the selvage, little sewing machines. So in the stripe, you have the row of the sewing notions, hearts, buttons, stitches, the hearts with some words, thimbles, more hearts, buttons, and then you have your sewing machines and some different plants. Then we move on to the smaller prints, and here you have a all-over toss of the sewing machine and some plants and a watering pot and some words. Here you have the sewing notions, ruler, pin cushion, thread, the whole gang, and then we move on to those hearts, and then we get into the smaller stuff. Here we have a small little floral, thimble all over toss, and then we have these little blocks, or actually I guess they're blocks that you could just cut out and use as it, or you could just use it as is and cut a big piece. And then we move on to the simple stuff, a little geometric, some of the buttons, and then we have the dot in the red and white and the white and red. So that is Say It with a Stitch. The next Henry Glass March shipping collection is a basic. It's called Twinkle, and this one is going to come in 10-yard put-ups. And please note, although it's called Twinkle, it does not have sparkle, it does not have glow or anything like that. It just has the effect. So here we have black, gray, red, dark blue, light blue, green, aqua, pink, orange with yellow, cream, rusty color, and then a purple. So there you have it, 12 colors of a new basic, and it's called Twinkle for Henry Glass. The next March shipping Henry Glass collection is called Priscilla's Plaids. Chelsea and Priscilla are back again. This time Priscilla got her plaids, so we have the orange, the gold, the purple and black, the green, and the aqua. And then they sent me the fabric, so I wanted to show you, and we still have these in stock. These are Chelsea's checks, and we have them the same color, the blue, the green, the purple and black, the gold, and then the orange. So there you have it. Those are the latest and greatest from Priscilla and Chelsea. Hi everybody, Scott Fortunoff here, president of Studio E Fabrics. Today I want to show you the March shipping collections. The first one we have is called Blossom and Grow by Maureen Fiorellini. And we start off with this running yardage block print, and these blocks are probably about 5x5 or 6x6, but they have all these cute sayings: spread your wings, look for rainbows behind every cloud, love more, believe in yourself. These are great. You could cut out a bunch of them or use each one individually. And while I'm here, just a cute little selvage with little flowers here. So then we go on to a soft book, which we always do really well with the soft books. But in addition to the soft book, you get a little bonus. You get these little kind of teddy bears, and that's fun, a little addition. So you could have your book and then play with your little teddy bears too, and then all the instructions are on the bottom. And this is, of course, a 36-inch panel. So then moving on, we have this floral in this great configuration, which is a lot of fun, really interesting, a lot of quiet space or white, dead space. And then we move on to the florals. So here we have these beautiful florals on the blue, and then we have it on the pink, butterflies on the gray, butterflies on the white. Nice little floral here, a little daisy or something on blue and yellow, little bunny rabbits on pink, the rainbow, tiny little flowers, kind of like a monotone with the little ferns and little plants, and then this fun kind of squiggly little stripe. So that is Blossom and Grow by Maureen Fiorellini. The next Studio E March shipping collection is called March of the Dinosaurs, and it's by Lori Anzalone. And I'm not even going to attempt to try to get all the different dinosaur names, so just go with me on the dinosaur. So here we start out with the 24-inch panel, flying dinosaurs, standing dinosaurs, more standing dinosaurs, and then we have the selvage of the dinosaurs right down here, really nice. And then let's check out the support and cast. So we have a nice stripe with those same dinosaurs in different configuration. And then we have a close-up of the dinosaurs large. We have more of a scenic, and they're out in the wild amongst themselves, the trees and some water. And then we have another one similar to that without the water, just more of the dinosaurs around. Then this is the green dinosaur all alone. This is the dinosaur when he's no longer living. And this is the dinosaur that looks like a rhinoceros. And this is a flying dinosaur. The dinosaur is on the black, and then this dinosaur is on the white. So that is March of the Dinosaurs by Lori Anzalone. The next Studio E March shipping line is called Outside the Lines, and it's by Shaughnessy Rain. And while I have you, I just want to tell you quickly. So I got contacted by Elizabeth Townsend Guard from Just Wanna Quilt. She's the legal expert on fabric these days, and we became friends, and she actually introduced me to Shaughnessy Rain. So you just never know where you're going to find the next new line. And this line is so cool and fun, and my inner Kaif is saying, just cut it up, it'll be so cool. So check it out. It's so colorful, geometric, graphic. I mean, you know you got to look at this and look at this and move it around and have fun. But look how colorful and nice, and just really nice detailed job that Shaughnessy Rain did on this line. Really fun. Here we have the pink and the purple and the yellow, and we go into the blues, and then even have some black and whites here, which we know always do well. And then here's just a kind of summary of the whole thing to wrap it all up together, and then back again here with some black and white. So fun group here, very geometric, very artsy, very graphic, very modern. If that's your thing, this line is for you. Outside the Lines by Shaughnessy Rain. Hey everybody, Scott Fortunoff here, president of the Blank Quilting Corporation. Today I'm here to show you the March shipping collection. Today we're going to start out with a beautiful seaside collection called Seaside Serenity by AJ's Watercolor Studio. And we start out here with a 24-inch panel that has all kinds of different patches on it that you could cut out, or you could of course use the panel as is. I'm sure it's probably meant to be that way because it is framed like that, and has all the different sea creatures, the turtles, the seahorses, fish, shells, and little birds. So here we go on to these, the running yardage little blocks, small blocks with little motifs inside, and then we move on over here to the stripe with all those same motifs, layered up row by row to make the stripe. Next, we move on to the different underwater coral and sea plants. And then we have these patches again with different motifs in there that you could cut and use this as is, or you could cut out the patches and be more creative. Then we have the sea turtles. And then we move on to the seahorses, the turtles, and some shells, starfish, little water and bubbles, a mix of the fish and the turtles, some of the seashells and the starfish, a different colorway of that coral or underwater plants, little bird, seashells, and then the sand dollars. So that is Seaside Serenity by AJ's Watercolor Studio. The next Blank Quilting March shipping collection is Sparkle Like a Unicorn by Danielle Hartgers. And here we start out with a 24-inch panel, really fun. This is great for a tweener, but really awesome, vibrant purple with the unicorn, nice rainbow, really fun and cheerful. So let's move on to the supporting cast here. Here we have a toss with the unicorn riding a bicycle, eating ice cream, really fun. But again, perfect for that tweener. Here we have the same design on the white ground. Here we have the kind of portraits of the unicorn's heads. And then we move on here to a little decorative floral unicorn. And then we have rainbows, little flowers. We did some stars on the light purple, and then the dark purple, and then the butterflies on the light blue and the dark blue. So that is a Sparkle Like Unicorn for Blank Quilting. Next up for the Blank Quilting March release, we have a 108. This one is called Arden 108, and this is by Blank Quilting. And it's in 6 colorways. All of our 108s are produced in Pakistan, 18-yard put-ups. So here we have this beautiful floral, and this is cream. We have a brown version, black with gray, gray with charcoal, and then we did a white ground with blue and a white ground with like a red rose color. So those are the latest 108s for the March release. Hope you like them, Arden 108. The next Blank Quilting March shipping collection is called Nitty Gritty. Really just a fun line. It was meant to be a filler or used for borders or binding. So here it is. So we have this bias stripe and a multi on white. We did it also in black. We have a dot, multi-dot on white. We also have it on black. We have a black and white dot and a white and black dot. And then we go to the bubbles. So then we have the red ground bubbles. We have the black ground bubbles, we have the white ground bubbles, and then the blue. All primary, cheerful, happy, and then we move on to a stripe, which is a little squiggly. We have the blue and black, purple and black, red and black, black and white, and then we finish off with this fun stripe. So here you have it on the white. And that's Nitty Gritty from Blank Quilting.